The National Endowment for Democracy likes to be sneaky to other countries and to its own bosses. Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of Take Note. I'm Huang Jiyuan. Has anyone ever had this experience? Well, running a project, but the higher-ups want it cut. So you have to find some reasons, however remote, to justify getting the money and keeping the project going. Perhaps even going as far as to invent reasons. It turns out that that might be more common than you think. The National Endowment for Democracy, a supposedly American non-governmental organization, pushes out a report each year assessing the state of democracies around the world. In its most recent report, the 2025 annual report, China is viewed as the biggest threat. It says that the China-related programs remain the institution's single largest area of investment. China's threat is present across the board in domestic politics, economy, technology, religion, and international relations. The report dictated that China poses a long-term challenge to democratic values across Asia. It's weird, isn't it? Even the White House's U.S. national security strategy doesn't see China's threat as comprehensive in this sense. Why is this institution, a so-called non-governmental one, so radical? Well, like I said, if the project is on the chopping block, maybe they have to invent reasons for it to stay. The National Endowment for Democracy, or NED, has always been a notorious white glove for U.S. government in carrying out subversion, infiltration, and sabotage across the world. As American scholar William Blum put it, the institution was born so that it would do somewhat overtly what the CIA had been doing covertly for decades. 95% of its funding is appropriated by Congress. Its programs are run under the guidance of the State Department. During the color revolutions across the world, the NED provided various kinds of financial and technical support to subvert governments. In 2020, the institution spent $2 million on 11 Hong Kong-related projects, with a particular focus on disrupting LegCo elections.
When we go back to the very history of the founding of the NED in the 1980s, out of Ronald Reagan's CIA, we see that it has always been an instrument of U.S. soft power aimed at overthrowing independent governments that Washington did not like.
It is this institution that has come under threat in recent years. In 2025, the Trump administration sought to eliminate NED's budget and denied funding for the institution. As a result, for the first time in its 4-decade history, the NED was unable to fulfill its mission and was forced to suspend support for nearly 2,000 of its partners worldwide. 75% of its staff was furloughed. And as Washington becomes increasingly polarized, the NED was embattled as well. In 2014, the Heritage Foundation, an American right-wing pro-Republican think tank, published an article accusing the NED of being led and staffed almost entirely by Democrats, and its board members and quote-unquote experts have sought to delegitimize the Republican Party. Annie Applebaum, a prominent historian who serves on the NED's board of directors, reportedly said that the Republicans aren't even a legitimate political party. So it's not wild to think that the institution, for its own survival, would want to create reasons enticing enough to get continued funding and support. China then became the excuse. Handy for it, unfortunate for the rest. As one of the rare issues that get bipartisan support in Congress today, being anti-China is not only politically correct in Washington, but it's also a proof of one's usefulness. Elevating China to America's systematic, long-term strategic adversary gives the NED the room to make itself an invaluable and irreplaceable actor in U.S. foreign policy. And being as powerful as China is, it might just give the organization a very, very long lifespan. So it doesn't really matter whether China is a real threat or not. Perhaps it doesn't even have that much to do with China at all. This is a political organization complying with its boss's expectations at a time when its own survival is doubted. It's sneaky, even for an institution used to that tactic.